Today we'll be looking at life in the early 1990s, both in the USA and Argentina, so check it out. You Millennials and Generation Z people, this is your chance to see what it was like to celebrate Christmas just as a new decade was starting in the 20th century.
Pero sabe.
Hey, Sean.
Okay, go on. You want it?
If you made it all the way here, take the chance to subscribe. It's absolutely free. And keep watching.
Que hoy es miércoles 12 de septiembre del 1990 y Brian se está sacando uno de los dientes de arriba. A ver la boca para ver bien, vamos a inspeccionar en la cámara. Abra la boca. No tan de cerca, si no, no se ve nada.
No. Depende.
Ajá.
Venga.
Esa es la muela que se está por salir. Okay. Y Sean está muy preocupado mirando al hermano. Mira a tu hermano, Sean. Míralo a Brian. No eructes en la cámara. A ver, dale, Brian. Probá a sacártela. Atalo con el hilo ese como está.
¿Estás loco, papito?
¿Por qué?
¿Por qué se me molesta?
¿Qué pasó? La cara de preocupación del hermano es tremendo. Una cosa que no puede concebir que el hermano le esté sangrando una muela.
Mamita.
Mamita, no, papito.
Papito.
¿Qué dijo?
Yo juego en el baño.
Ok.
En la cocina. ¿Por la cocina? ¿Dónde está la cocina?
What's your name?
Three.
No.
Sean.
How old are you?
Sean.
How old are you?
Three.
What's your brother's name?
Brian.
What is mamita?
Mamita.
A ver la muela, Brian. ¿Salió el diente? ¿Qué esperas?
¿Qué
Bueno,
feliz?
mañana,
¿Qué?
vamos a tragártela.
Thanks, Brian.
Okay, thanks to the camera and good night.
Make melody.
Okay. A dormir ahora.
Candy carrot.
Mhm.
Car. Yo no quiero.
Okay, bueno, a dormir.
It's on you are sad. Drink it. It's not your tea.
Okay. Dale, Sean.
542 23 64 542 64 My Business.
Música Argentina, estamos en el aire, buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes,
Ay, estás? Ay, chilenita.
Dale la comida a tu hermano de una vez que termine. ¿Tú le pusiste, Brian? Dale, Brian, dale.
Así, están.
Dale, poner el pañal, vamos.
Quiero comer,
Dale, Brian. Brian.
quiero comer.
Brian, te está pidiendo que le pongas el pañal.
Professional strength liquid. I'll go right to the problem real fast. It'll work down the closet and get it open. I use it myself Saturday night.
Okay, hold the camera. Hold the camera.
Lay tucked in ground squirrel makes my people the
Yeah, don't touch anything. Nice.
to survive those long bitter.
Mira cómo le puso todo esto.
Is a secret he keeps. A tight lid. Gets to keep made like Rubbermaid.
Vamos, Sean, párate. No se cae con la cámara. No, tan de cerca te sale todo mal. A ver el pie.
The batteries are cricket. There's a sign. There's a battery sign. There's a red sign that says a battery that looks like a battery.
Went off already.
No opening monologue.
Bueno, que no se pone la cámara así.
I see something on top. You see
Yeah, it's running out of battery. Yeah.
The car's going, Sammy.
And if that wasn't enough, we made a second trip to Argentina, where I saw my grandma for one last time, my mother's mother, and we spent my brother's birthday. It's gonna be awesome. In the summer of 1991, we returned to Argentina, and it happened to be my brother's birthday in August, which was his 8th birthday. One of the musicians that was in high fashion back then was a Brazilian by the name of Xuxa, and that was the music that was playing in the background, which means, unfortunately, that I have to do a voiceover so that I don't get a copyright strike from YouTube. Yes, we had a lot of people over for that birthday. Mostly uncles and aunts, cousins. And it was a really nice party. The garage was basically a room, and the music was playing all night. There was a lot of playing around. Apparently there was a piñata, and I was eating some of that candy. And let's see what else here. And yeah, the tape does get a little distorted. Because of all the distortion, it was really challenging to figure out when to record over this, because even no matter how faint the music is, YouTube will still recognize it. And it was really hard to discern here because of all the distortion, but yeah. And as you can see, the aforementioned containers for seltzer water were present. And there was obviously cake, empanadas. That's a typical one for children's birthdays.
Ahí, sí. Apagó la luz, fíjate. Se apagó la luz. No, entonces
Made it all the way here. Take the chance to subscribe. It's absolutely free. And keep watching. I'm not sure if it was because of the quality, the recording quality, but for some reason the music could not be heard, at least by my ears. But you never know. YouTube might just be able to pick it up. But anyway, I think my grandmother is calling a taxi cab or something of the like, some form of transportation on her way back home, since the night was drawing to a close. Yeah, and I mentioned that the kinds of food that we had, usually things that you could nibble on, like salted peanuts, that kind of thing. These little dough sticks, the crunchy sticks that are like pretzels, but not really. Empanadas, as I mentioned, soda. A lot of beer. So yeah, you can see there my aunt. I think maybe her sister. That's a lot of people. Yeah, that's also one of the husband of my grandmother's sisters or something like that. It's a pretty complex family history. That's my brother in the yellow. And yeah, what they're dancing to there is a lot of shusha. Shusha was a big hit with children back in the early 90s, late 80s even. So yeah.
Mira, que está cagoteando, está indicando, César lo estaba indicando allá.
There's a good moment between songs, so I try to take advantage of that and get back to the real sound of the video. But yeah, immediately a new song comes up. That's me in the blue with the mushroom haircut on the table. This one crazy girl, I don't remember her name. I think it was Analia. She was the blonde, tall one. Very aggressive. I don't know how old she was. I think she was 12. My brother turned 8. I was only 4. It's hard to see. Yeah, just my cousins running around. I had a little skateboard I rode on too. Yeah, that's actually the garage, which was turned into a bedroom. Originally, it was a garage, and then that's where we were sleeping. The house was still sort of under construction, and it's changed a lot ever since. I mean, this was literally 32 years ago. Yeah, 32 years ago. So yeah, it was basically a holiday, a vacation. We were in Argentina for maybe 1 month, and then we would have to come back. So we made the most of it, as you can tell, and you can barely see it, but that's the piñata, which I think I had recently. It had like a styrofoam head, and so yeah, I was chewing some bubble gum. Bazooka bubble gum was actually very popular back then. It was one of my favorites. I used to love that. Yeah, everyone went crazy there. I mean, it's just one of those things that happens during childhood. And yeah, so you see that, a lot of fun. I don't know how late the party went. I want to think maybe into the early morning, but yeah, it's just more of the same there. Balloons. I funny enough, I had popped a balloon, and one of my cousins pointed at me, blaming me for that. So that was kind of funny. So yeah, that's a lot of people running. Just a good time there. A little table with tablecloth setting. That was the garage. And that's me. Yeah, that's me on a skateboard. And my parents were basically talking about us, saying commenting on how aggressive the blonde girl was, and talking about me being an individualistic person. I normally, as you can see, I was playing by myself a lot. I wasn't really interacting a lot with the kids. So I was there on the skateboard. Just a calm person. I didn't really, engaged in aggressive behavior. So yeah, we have that. Pretty much speaks for itself. And yeah, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, my grandma was also like very happy there because she when you have kids, grandkids, I guess you go crazy over them. Yeah, so that's it there. Just waiting for the music to turn off so that I don't have to talk so much. So yeah, that's the pinata. I think it was a clown or something like that with a styrofoam head, and they had good candy in it. They were just playing around because yeah. My parents were trying to draw attention from the kids because it was time to do the birthday candles. So they turned off and on the lights, see if maybe they would come to their senses. But as you can see, there's no controlling these kids, us. And but eventually, yeah, we sat down at the table and did the whole birthday song. Yeah, all shusha all night. The tablecloth, which was plastic, had the Ninja Turtles in it. The tall girl kept being aggressive. She was pulling my cousin and my brother by the arms. I don't know if she wanted to dance with them or just hurt them, but she was just going crazy. And actually, you'll see my cousin was crying because she actually hurt his arms, which is crazy. And yeah, my dad was telling my brother to dance with her or something, to be like a quote unquote man or something, which is dumb. 8 years old. Let's see what else. So I'll show you. Okay, so the cousin's crying here because of that, and yeah, and then me and my brother are in the back, and apparently an ant bit his cheek or something, or I don't know if that was before. Oh yeah, he's pretty upset as you can see. Let's see what else. There's not much to see here. Okay, that's my brother. Yeah, do you see how she pulls his arms? That's terrible. That's really violent, if you ask me. Look at that. Wow. That's way too much. That's physical force right there. I don't know why they allow her to do that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, and I think let's see what else is here. Yeah, she was like the tallest one. And let's see what else. There's a lot of movement in the camera. Yeah, there's my cousin crying, and there'll come a point where they speak over the music, so then I can just kind of turn off the voiceover for a bit. Because they're like egging him on, telling him, "Hey, you're so strong," and tickling him so he cheers up a bit. And there he is, yeah, pretty upset, isn't he? So yeah.
Ya no está llorando. ¿A dónde está llorando? Mira los músculos que tiene. Mira los músculos que tiene la panza este. Qué fuerte que es. Díganlo de cariácelo.
Dale. No quiero sacar el ejemplo.
Siempre alegre todo. Miren esas caras alegres.
Well, once again, the music is back on. I'm guessing, and actually, it's very repetitive. This seems to be a trend in almost every home video where the song plays about 2, 3, even 4 times in the same video. But hey, at least the images are there. You see a bunch of people sitting on the couch. I guess they're getting around to blowing out the birthday candles. That's my brother right there sitting at the table, or actually standing up. That's me actually with a mushroom haircut. It's hard to tell sometimes. The quality. We're talking about VHS from the late '80s, so you can imagine that it's not high definition or anything like that. But yeah, you can see that's a crazy girl. That's one of the girls my uncle knows. Okay, so here my father's talking to me. Actually, right there, that's me. And yeah, it's like, what are you doing? Don't forget about your dad. What are you? I'm eating bazooka, which is the bubble gum. So it was kind of cute or funny, and yeah. That's how I was when I was a kid. I was really smart, actually. I'm surprised. I surprised myself, Unfortunately, the music though can still be heard. So, but yeah, I was 4 years old. So, not I wasn't a dumb person at all. And yeah, here's my brother. Apparently, he got stung by an ant, like one of those fire ants, on the cheek, and so he's trying to scrape it off with the plastic utensil there. Sitting on the staircase. As you can see, the staircase is pretty bare bones. I mean, it's cement. It was still a work in progress. Nowadays, it has like actual wood over it. So yeah, you can tell the house was built from the ground up, right? So that was a pretty common thing back in the day in Argentina. It's not like in the U.S. where people can actually just buy a home with a mortgage. As expected, the music comes back on, and here my parents are concerned about the ant that bit my brother's cheek and how he was trying to scrape it off. I don't know, other stuff. The girl was kind of annoying too, and I guess that's why we were there, sitting there, because we were trying to avoid that kind of situation. I don't know She was pretty aggressive. And yeah, the music is back on. Shusha all night. It's just on loop, basically. And that's her, yeah, and my mom asking her questions. I don't know why. And she's like, no, I don't like her or like him or anything like that. I don't know. It's trying to be funny, I guess. And yeah, I think now pretty soon they're going to blow out the birthday candles and the music is going to stop for a little bit there. We're coming up.
¿A quién?
A Brian, ¿eh?
No son negras, son las coloradas.
Mira cómo le dejo.
Ahora después le pongo
Mira.
Pero a ver si tengo acá.
Atención.
Velita esa. Mira que que vos puedes ganar Pedro.
Ay, fuerza, ahí,
¿Cómo es? Cumpleaños feliz. Que lo cumpla feliz. Que lo cumpla Brian Senior. Que lo cumpla feliz. Ahora,
Sean, a ver, Sean.
acá te... No ocupa la oferta.
La luz, apaga la luz.
Feliz, que lo cumpla feliz, que lo cumpla Sean mío, que lo cumpla feliz. Ahora, ¿qué más? ¿Eso?
¿Qué más aplaudió?
¿Qué apagó? Él no sopla tan fuerte.
¿Quién apagó